Hey guys, it's the Diesel Queen here. Today I'm just going to be doing something super simple. I'm going to show you how to change your oil on a third gen Dodge. Now this is probably the same for a 6.7 and this is probably the same for any third gen or fourth gen, honestly fifth gen. These engines, their oil filters and their oil plugs are usually in the same place. So to start out with, before I have to move my camera down, I'm just going to loosen the oil filter. Now the oil filter is right here, right underneath your air intake hose. Now, some of you might be looking at that and thinking, fuck that. I gotta take the fender well out, like all that stuff. No, you don't. This is a super cheap, like what's called a strap wrench. And I don't remember what tool truck I bought it off of. And it has no markings to tell me what brand it is. But it's just called a filter strap wrench and an extension, and this allows you to get it from the top. This particular one also has a 1/2-inch drive for those, because as you guys all know, you can hand tighten these oil filters on these Cummins trucks and it will just vibrate tighter. So if it's really stuck, you can just use a 1/2-inch drive side with a big long 1/2-inch extension and a long 1/2-inch breaker bar. But mine should not be that tight, so I should be able to get it with the 3/8. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna start with, honestly it's easier to take your extensions off and just push it down there. I know you guys can't see this, but wrap that filter wrench around there, tighten it as much as you can by hand. And then we're going to plop our extension in there. So the other thing to remember, if you're going from the top, is it's the opposite on your ratchet. So you know how ratchets usually say on and say off, and lefty-loosey is usually lefty-loosey, and righty-tighty is righty-tighty. When you're going from the top, it's the opposite. So I have my ratchet set to on, because that will actually be turning it lefty-loosey as viewed from the bottom. So these air intake hoses are in a very inconvenient spot, so in the bucket it goes. I cannot believe I just made that in the bucket by dropping it through my frame rail, but that's the filter. Now we're gonna go down and do the plug. All right, so there's your oil pan. I know it's kind of dark, but it's just a 3/8 drive. Jesus, Melissa. I don't know why that's so tight. I'm gonna take my oil filter out of the tub, because I'm actually going to cut this open later and take a little gander at it. Alright, now that it is drained down, we're going to install the plug. I like to drain it until it's like just dripping like that. This oil leak was just fixed, by the way. My valve cover gasket was leaking really bad, so this is all fixed. I just fixed that. I don't really torque this, I just kind of snug it. Doesn't have to be that tight. For all of you freaking Hulk He-Mans out there. Does not have to be that tight. Alright, to install the oil filter, I just pre-filled it a little bit with oil. I lubed the O-ring. That's really important, guys. Lube your O-rings. Lube. And then I just set it up there in the frame rail so I can grab it and then spin it on from the top and then tighten it from the top. You know, some of you people are always like, oh my god, how do you work on things? Oh my god, you're so small, how do you work on things? You know, sometimes it's really freaking nice to be small. Like situations like this. I can fit my whole arm down there and get this oil filter spun on. Just your hands. I think I got it. If you need to, if you're a girl like me and you're a little bit weaker, you can take the strap wrench and put it around there and just snug it a little bit. Do not dent it, just snug it just a little bit. But there's that. Let's see. Oh, a little bit. We got it going good though. It's pretty good. I didn't spill very much, considering I didn't use a frickin' funnel. And there you go. Like 10 minutes, oil change is done.